Okay. Click and collect is also known as buy online, pick up in store. This flow is crucial for retailers trying to adapt to the ever-evolving landscape of consumer behavior, and luckily you can implement it with Odoo. I'm Mermine, retail expert at Odoo, and I'll show you how to enter the phygital world. So, on today's agenda, we're going to see and understand how click and collect works. Then we're going to check how it's bridging the gap between physical and digital retail. And finally, we're going to end up with a click and collect demo. So let's understand how click and collect works. So it's a simple flow, but very important for retailers, where a customer would actually go on a web shop, order online, eventually pay for the product at this step, but he can also do it as a last step. I'm going to explain you that in my demonstration. Then he's going to choose a pickup location, and he's not going to choose a standard home delivery option. In most cases, he will have to wait for a confirmation to come and pick up his products, and finally he can go in the store and pick up his order and pay if that was not done previously. So indeed, click and collect is bridging the gap between physical and digital retail. So it offers us the convenience of online shopping while maintaining some benefits of traditional in-store retailing. So indeed, customers can actually browse and purchase products online from the comfort of their homes while benefiting from the extensive catalog range, and also be able to compare prices without having to wait for any delivery and without shipping costs. So this is really convenient, and we can understand why this flow has actually gained significant importance in recent years. So indeed, a click and collect strategy is part of an omnichannel strategy for a retailer. So omnichannel is all about bringing sales channels together, whether you're online, offline, on social media, or a combination of both, while maintaining a seamless and consistent shopping experience for your customers. So indeed, retailers can, with this flow, and that's really a big advantage for them, partially offset diminished foot traffic in store by converting digital traffic into real in-store traffic. So indeed, implementing a click and collect flow will ask from a retailer to reallocate funds from offline media to more digital channels, and I will show you how you can actually easily double down on digital with Odoo. So let's take a look at our database. I'm not going to show you today how you will configure an e-commerce. I'm not going to show you how you can retarget customers with marketing strategies, but I'm going to show you how you can easily implement and also use the click and collect flow. Great, so here I'm actually in my database. I'm in the website configurations, and if we scroll a bit down, we can actually see here in the shipping methods a special on-site payment and picking option. So that's a special one that has been created for this click and collect flow. I'm just going to jump into the customization of the picking sites. So here you can see I have one for my shop in Brussels. So let's take a look at how this is configured. So the first thing you can actually see here is that we have a provider. It's a new provider type that you can actually use. What's really, really important also is the warehouse that you are going to be linking to this click and collect shipping method. So here, in this case, when I create an order online, it's going to reserve my products from my warehouse in my shop in Brussels. Next, I have here a route that's really interesting as well. I'm going to show you a bit later how this one is configured, but it's a two-step delivery. And finally, what's really interesting for you to note as well is that on the shipping method itself, we can actually add a message for our customers that they can actually see on the web shop itself. So here I'm actually just saying that they can come and pick up their order as soon as they get the confirmation email. So the next thing I would like to show you is the route I have configured. So here I have chosen to configure it in a two-step delivery, I'm going to take my products from the stock in Brussels and put it in a special reserved location for my customers. And then when the customer comes, I'm of course going to deliver the products. Now, here I have created a special operation type, the Brussels click and collect reservation, and this actually helps me to keep really good track of what is actually happening. So here I'm in my inventory overview, and you can see that here I have 0 click and collect reservations to process. Okay, so here you can really see what's going on with your click and collect flows. Moving to the payment providers, so here I have configured an online payment method, so your client will be able to pay online, but I also have a special pay and pick up products in store payment method where the client can just actually reserve the products and pay them when he comes and picks up the product. Now let's take a look at our point of sales configurations as well. So I have created here a special click and collect POS. So if we take a look at the configurations, so here I'm on the right point of sales, I have actually linked a special operation type because I want my products here to be detected from the client reserved location. Last but not least, when you have a web shop, you should actually publish the different products that you have. So here you can just go on the web shop and actually publish the products. So that's it for the configuration. Now let's take a look at how the flow looks from a customer perspective. So here I'm logged in as a customer, and let's imagine I would like to buy these trousers here. I'm going to add them into my cart, and then I'm going to process to my checkout. Now here what you can see is indeed my shipping method that is appearing with the message I just showed you also on the shipping method configuration. And when I'm going to actually choose that option, you will see that here under I will have a new payment option that will be provided as well. So I'm going to choose this pickup location, and you can see here that our pay on site method is actually present, and we can actually select it. So I'm going ahead with that, and now I can just pay. So here I have my confirmation that my email, that my sales order has been created. And if I come back, let's take a look at what happens in our inventory. So now that I have confirmed my order, I can see indeed that I have one click and collect order to process. So I can click on it. I'm going to take my products from my stock. I'm going to put them in the reserved location for my client, so I can validate actually this step. And now I can inform my customer that he can actually come and pick up his order in the store. So I'm going on the sales order. It's order 51. And here I can actually send an email to my customer just with this action menu here. That's an email I have pre-configured previously. You can of course adapt it to your needs and easily send it. So here we're going to see that we have an order here, the email here in the chatter, and my customer is informed that he can come and pick up his order. Now I can keep also very good track of the different deliveries that are going on. So here I can see that the internal transfer has occurred. I can also see that the last step, which is the delivery of the product, still needs to be done. Now on my sales order, I can see that the product has not been delivered nor invoiced. So let's imagine now that our customer is in our shop and wants to actually come and pick up his order. So for that, I'm going to jump into my POS. I'm going to fetch my order via the quotation order. And now I can actually look for my customer based on the name, on the sales order reference. I can select it, I can settle the order, and in this way, actually, the different products that are in my order will appear in the point of sale. Now, what you need to know is that the point of sale is going to end deliver, and you are going to pay for the order at once. So I'm going to proceed with that. I can choose if the client is going to pay by cash or by bank. Let's imagine he pays by bank. You can invoice him or not invoice him. That's something you can choose. And this way I have actually finished my order. You can give the ticket to the customer as well. And if I come now back on my original SO, we will be able to see that the product has been delivered and that it has been invoiced as well. Here I can keep track of the order that was transferred in the POS, and on the deliveries I will see that the delivery that was attached to the sales order is cancelled. Why? Because if we go indeed on the POS order that is linked to the SO, we can see that the picking has been indeed confirmed, been completed via the POS order. So that was our first flow. Let's take a look at what happens if the customer actually pays directly. So I'm going to continue to go on my web shop from the customer perspective again. I'm going to do the same flow, but this time I'm actually going to pay online. So I'm doing the checkout, and here I'm going to just choose my Visa, and I have actually pre-encoded my details, so I don't need to do it twice. I'm going to pay. The order is being processed, of course, and now I can go in my backend and see what's happening on that sales order. So it's sales order 52, and if I take a look here, we have a bit of different things happening. So here we can actually see that the order is not delivered, but it has been invoiced. In the chatter, I can see that information as well. I have the related payment that appears here. If I go on the invoice, I will see that it has been paid. Great. So now, and that's something I did not show you. That's something you can configure actually. So by going into the settings, in the website configurations, you have an option which is called automatic invoicing. So by actually checking that, you're going to create an invoice when the order online has been paid completely. So going back onto my sales order, now I can take a look at what's happening in the delivery. Of course, I can do it from the inventory overview as well, but the first step will be to reserve the product from the stock and put it aside for the customer. So I'm going to validate this order. And of course, once again, I can inform my customer that he can come and pick up his order in the store. Here again, you can see all that info logged in the chatter. And let's imagine now that the customer is in the store to come and pick up his order. Now this time we're not going to push the SO into the POS because, as I said, it's going to deliver and pay for the order, which we don't want. Here the client has paid already. So the only thing that remains to be done is go here on the delivery that is attached and validate when the client comes and physically picks his product. Good. Now, those were the two flows about the click and collect. So either you will pay online, either you will come in the store to pick up the order and pay at that moment. Now, you will ask me, what about products that are not in stock? So let's take a look, and I'm going to show you a few things. So here I have a bag for which we actually don't have any quantities on hand. So here on the configurations, you can see that we have an out of stock option. By unclicking this option, you will actually prevent people from being able to buy this product on the web shop. So let's take a look at how this looks on the shop. So when I uncheck this option, you will see that you get a nice out of stock message. Now, just under, you can see that we have another option that's quite interesting as well, is that the client can get notified when the item comes back in stock. So that's a really nice option to use, so please definitely do so. And we also have another option where the customer can save the item for later as well. Good. Coming back, another option that you can actually use as well is adding a personalized message. So you can, for instance, add here, oh no, the item is way too popular, and when you do that, if we go back on the web shop, you will see that we don't have the out of stock message, but your personalized message. And a last tip regarding this is that you can also use ribbons. So here we have already pre-configured ribbons, so the out of stock is quite easy to use. And here again, if we come back, you will get a ribbon, and it will appear very clearly that this item is not available anymore. You can use the same logic for new items, for items in sale, so it's a really great option to use as well. Then last but not least, I have a last option to show you that you can use on the web shop. So here you have the possibility to show the available quantity of the product on the shop itself. So here you can see I have 2 units on hand, and if I have below 5, I'm actually going to display the message. So if we go now on the page of the product, you will see that we only have 2 units left in stock, and that's a really great way to urge the client to buy the product as soon as possible. So those were the 2 different flows with the click and collect. So the first one, reserve online, pick up in store, and finally pay. And the second one is buy online and pick up in the store. Now let's sum up a few benefits of this flow. So indeed, we discussed it already, customer convenience. Customers can just buy products from the comfort of their homes without paying any shipping costs, without having any waiting time. Then increased profits. That's also a great chance for retailers to actually get customers to come into their shops, and of course use other options as well, like cross-selling, upselling, and this will definitely boost the profits. And finally, unify sales channels. So indeed, omnichannel is not about a competition between online and offline, but rather a collaboration that will benefit the business as a whole. So that was it. I just showed you how to enter the phygital world with Odoo. Thank you very much for your attention, and we can move to the Q&A session.
C'est bon? All good? All right. First of all, again, thanks Hermine for this amazing talk. With all the new features that are coming here in the POS of in Odoo v17. So first of all, as the first questions are coming in, I please urge you to actually scan the QR code and ask all the relevant questions that you might have, because today we are accompanied by our POS expert here inside of Odoo. So please make sure to ask all your questions now. First question that I have to you, is it possible to return a product that was bought through e-commerce or direct sales in the POS shop?
Yes, indeed. So I can actually show you that. Yep. So you would do it a different way, actually, whether it's bought online or paid in the post. So basically what you can do, if I come here in my sales orders, if the client has paid online, what you can do is actually just go on the picking itself and then return the product, and then you can also ask for the refund via the payment transfer online.
Okay.
And then the second flow would be you just go into the post, you can scan the product and then let the customer be refunded. Or you can, based on the ticket and the ticket reference, you can go in the orders, go and search for the paid orders, and there you would choose, for instance, the last one. You will choose the different quantities that you want to return, and once that's done, you can actually refund the customers. And here you can see we have a negative quantity. You can go on payment and here choose whether you're going to put it in his customer account or give him some cash to pay, to be refunded.
Crystal clear. The second question that I already have for you, is can we set up a planning and a limit of orders by time slot for the pickup orders?
You mean limiting the orders actually for the pickup?
So let's say that for the pickup orders that you have, that you set a limit for the amount of orders that you can actually pick up at a place.
Unfortunately, that's not possible. The only thing you can do to restrict a bit the orders you have is making the product not available when it's out of stock.
Okay. Third question I'm already having here is it possible to have a click and collect by shop? And can we link it to the stock of the shop itself?
Exactly. So I can show you that. So indeed, it's about the shipping method configuration. So here you can actually create a second one. So let me do it. So here I have one link to my shop in Brussels. But of course, if you duplicate it and you create one for, I don't know, Antwerp, let me show you that. You just need to link the right warehouse so the products are indeed reserved in the right shop. And this way you can use the click and collect. And of course, if you go on the web shop, maybe I can show you as well. So here, if we add that product into the cart, we do the checkout. And of course, I need to publish my shipping method. Let me just actualize. Checkout again. And it should appear. It's still not published, but basically as soon as you publish it, it should be here. Okay, so now we have indeed the pickup in Brussels, pickup in Antwerp. So let me maybe finalize that, and you can see it will be linked to the right warehouse indeed. Just a second, it's processing. And so we can go on order 53. And here in the other info, you can indeed see that the linked warehouse is Antwerp.
Nice, everything is well linked. And as we are running out of questions here, I would like to thank you for this amazing presentation. It was clear because there is no more question right now. Thanks again for your time, and thank you all for attending this here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.